Game of Thrones missed a major Jon Snow opportunity long before the finale. Years after Game of Thrones wrapped up its 8-season run, fans are still analyzing character arcs, unresolved plot lines, and missed opportunities, especially when it comes to Jon Snow. While much of the criticism surrounding the series focuses on its controversial final season, one of the show's biggest missteps happened much earlier: how it handled Jon Snow's resurrection. Jon Snow's death in Season 5 was a massive moment in television history. The shocking cliffhanger had fans on edge for months, speculating endlessly about how, or if, the beloved character would return. And return he did, in Season 6, brought back by Melisandre's magic. But instead of transforming Jon into a deeper or more complex version of himself, the show resumed as though little had changed. This return from death had the potential to be a turning point, both for Jon and the larger narrative. In George R.R. Martin's source material, resurrection isn't treated lightly. Characters like Beric Dondarrion and Lady Stoneheart undergo dramatic changes after returning to life. Beric loses pieces of his memory and identity with each revival, while Catelyn Stark, reborn as the ruthless Lady Stoneheart, becomes a vengeful shadow of her former self. Both characters offer evidence that resurrection carries consequences in this world: emotional, mental, and even spiritual. Yet Jon Snow comes back largely the same. He's still the reluctant leader, still burdened with duty, and still focused on uniting Westeros against the looming threat of the White Walkers. While there's a subtle layer of exhaustion in his character, the show doesn't explore how dying and coming back might have shaken his beliefs, altered his purpose, or shifted his identity. Instead, the storyline continues down a familiar path. Jon executes his betrayers, allies with Sansa to reclaim Winterfell, and resumes his role as a key figure in the fight for the realm's survival. Even when the revelation of his true heritage threatens to disrupt everything, Jon remains unchanged, humble, loyal, and unwilling to seize power, even when it's within reach. This unshaken character arc misses a huge storytelling opportunity. Resurrection could have deepened Jon's internal conflict or reshaped his worldview, but the series chose a more straightforward route. While his refusal to claim the Iron Throne makes sense for who he is, it would have been more impactful had the show explored what rising from death really meant. Ultimately, Jon Snow's biggest missed moment wasn't his choice to walk away from the throne, it was the show's decision to treat his return from the dead as just another plot point, rather than a life-altering transformation.